Again we are back with the same chapter, but in this video I'm going to explain you some of the sums that is there in the exercise. So let us start with the first question. First question is nothing but fill in the blank. So let us start with this only. So a quadrilateral has four sides. Just see. Sorry. First draw a quadrilateral, and we need to find out, actually this is a blank space. So a quadrilateral has dash sides. So one side, 2, 3, 4. So a quadrilateral has four sides. How many angles now? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have four angles. Now a quadrilateral has how many vertices? So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we have four vertices, and no three vertices are collinear. That means, just see, two vertices are on the same line, but can you see the third vertices is not on the same line? That means they are non-collinear. So no three vertices of which are collinear. They will never be collinear. Otherwise it won't be a quadrilateral. Next, diagonals. How many diagonals are there? So one diagonal and the other diagonal. So we will have two diagonals. The next one is, a diagonal of a quadrilateral is a line segment that joins two dash up vertices. So they are talking about diagonal of the quadrilateral. So let us draw the quadrilateral first. Join the diagonals. Now read. The diagonals of quadrilateral is a line. These two are the line segment that joins two dash vertices. They join these vertices and these vertices. So they join which two vertices? With the two opposite vertices of the quadrilateral. Now the last one is the sum of the angles of quadrilateral. I've already told you in the last video, the sum of all the four angles of the quadrilateral is always 360 degree only. So the next question is, in the adjoining figure, ABCD is a quadrilateral. The figure is already given to you, and there are certain questions with the help of figure you need to answer. So the first question is, how many pairs of adjacent sides are there? Name them. You need to find out the adjacent sides also, and you need to write down the names also. So let us see. See, you can't see the names, so I've written here C and D. So let us start. We need to write down adjacent sides. So just see, this is one side and this is adjacent to this. So AB is adjacent to BC. This one I've written. The next one is CD adjacent to BC adjacent to CD, the next pair. Then CD adjacent to DA, the next pair. Then DA adjacent to AB, the last pair. So we don't have any more pairs. If you can see, again if we'll take AB will be with BC only, that we have already taken. So there are four pairs of adjacent sides, and the names are ABBC, BCCD, CTDA and DAAB. Now the next question is, how many pairs of opposite sides are there? Name them. So how many pairs of opposite sides? Just see, this is my one side and this is the opposite side of this. So AB is opposite to CD. Now if I'll take BC, the opposite side of BC is what? AD. So AD and BC. So there are only two pairs of opposite sides, and they are ABC, DC, AB, DC or AD, BC. Or you can read this as BC, AD. That will be same. Now the next question is of the same question only. The next subpart is, how many pairs of adjacent angles are there? Now again just have a look in this figure. Sorry, the question is not visible. Just remember the question. You need to find out the adjacent angles. So just see how many adjacent angles are there, and you need to write down the name also. Just have a look in this figure. This angle, if we'll consider, this is adjacent to B. So angle A and angle B. Let us see the next. If I'll take angle B again, so this is also adjacent with angle C. if you will take angle C again, this is adjacent with angle D. And the next, if we will take again angle D, this is adjacent with C also, but adjacent with A also. So A, B, B, C, C, D and D. These are the 4 pairs of adjacent angles are there, and the name I have already told you. So let us move to the next question. The next question is, how many pairs of opposite angles are there? So just see, this is my one angle. What is the opposite angle? Means this one is the opposite. So these two, one, so A and C, and you can see B is opposite to D, so B and D. So there are only 2 pairs of opposite angles are there. One is A and C, angle A and angle C. The other one is angle B and angle D. Now the last question is, how many diagonals are there? So just see, diagonals means when you will join the opposite vertex, you will get a diagonal. So A to C, this is my one diagonal, and B to D, this is my another diagonal. So we have 2 diagonals in this quadrilateral ABCD, and the name of the diagonal is AB, BD, right? Sorry, AC and BD. These are the 2 diagonals. Now the third question is, prove that the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. This is the same thing, the same topic that I have told you in the mind map also, the angle sum property. So this is the angle sum property, that the sum of all the 4 angles of a quadrilateral is always 360 degree. So in the question they have not mentioned the name of the quadrilateral. So first thing, assume the name. So I have taken the name as ABCD with quadrilateral, as you can see my figure also, ABCD. So now the next step is join A to C. You can join any of the diagonal, either A to C or B to D. So I have taken A to C. You can take B to D and try to do this same sum. Now the next step is, just see, when we are joining A to C, that means in that case we are getting 2 triangles. My one triangle is ABC and the next triangle is ACD, right? One is ABC and the next one is ACD. So now we know that the sum of the angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. So first consider the first triangle, that is ABC. So let us consider only ABC. In ABC, what are the sum of all the 3 angles? Angle 2, angle B and angle 4. So angle 2 plus angle 4 plus angle B is equals to 180 degree, as I have told you here. So let this be equation 1. Now go for the next triangle, that is ACD. In ACD, which are the 3 angles you have? Angle 1, angle 3 and angle D. So 1, 3 and D is equals to 180 degree. Again take this as equation 2. Now you have 2 equations. What you need to do is just add up these 2 equations. So by adding 1 and 2, what you need to do, add the right hand side to the right hand side and left hand side will be added to left hand side. That means 24B will be added to 138 and 180 will be added to 180. So just see here, 24B 13D is equals to 180 plus 180. So 2 plus 4 plus B plus 1 plus 3 plus D will be equals to this 360. Just see, 2 plus 4. Now one thing you will consider here, this angle A, right? Just see, angle A is having 2 parts, 1 and 2. That means in place of 1 and 2, I can write angle A. And this angle C is made from 2 parts, 3 and 4. So in place of this 3 and 4, I can write angle C, right? And this B and D will be as it is, and 180 plus 180 is 360 degree. Now just rearrange. I have A, I have C, I have B, I have D. I can rearrange this A plus B plus C plus D, and this is what? All the 4 angles A, B, C, D. And we have proved that the sum of all the 4 angles is 360 degree. So the next question is, the 3 angles of a quadrilateral are 76 degree, 54 degree, 108 degree, and we need to find out the measure of the 4th angle. So just see, the first step is, I'll draw a rough quadrilateral. and it is given as one angle is 76, one is 54, one is, I'm writing outside, 108, and you need to find out the fourth one. So let us assume that unknown angle that is not given as x degree, right? And we know that the sum property of angles is what? The sum of all four angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. That means 76 plus 54 plus 108 plus x will be 360 degree. Now 76 plus 54 plus 108, you can add up and check, you will get 238. 238 plus x will be 360 degree. So x will be 360 minus 238, and that is 122. That means the unknown angle that we don't know and we need to find out, that is the fourth angle, is 122 degree. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is really very easy, so let us do that also. The angles of a quadrilateral are given in the ratio 3, 5, 7, 9, and you need to find out the measure of each angle. So the first step, let us take the measure of each of these angles as 3. See, the ratios is given as 3, 5, 7 and 9. So take this 3 as 3x, 5 as, this 5 as 5x, 7 as 7x, and 9 as 9x. So the first step was, we are going to assume the value of the angles of the quadrilateral as 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. Now we know that the property of all the four angles, the angle sum property of a quadrilateral is what? The sum of all the four angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. So which are the four angles we are talking about? 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. So the next step is 3x plus 5x plus 7x plus 9x is 360 degree. So 3 plus 5 is 8, 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 9, 24. So 24x is 360 degree. So x will be what? 360 divided by 24. We can cancel this with 12. 12 2s are 24, 12 3s are and 0. So 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 15. So I am getting x as 15 degree. Right, so x is 15. Now we need the value of 3x, 5x, 7x and 9x. So 3x means 3 multiply 15, 15 3s are 45. 5x means 5 multiply 15, 5, 17, 5, 15 5s are 75. 7x means 7 multiply 15, 15 7s are 105. 9x means 9 multiply with 15, it's 135. Now just to cross check your answer, what you can do, just add up all the four. You will get the sum of all the four as 360 degree. You are going to add this just to check whether your answers are correct or not. That's all. Now let us move to the next question. The next question is, a quadrilateral has three acute angles. Three acute angles means three angles are less than 90 degree, each measuring 75 degree, and you need to find out the fourth angle. Just see, I'll draw this quadrilateral. Each measuring 75 means this is also 75, this is also 75, this is also 75, and the fourth one is unknown. So let us take the unknown angle as x. So that means we know that sum of all the four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. That means 75 plus 75 plus 75 plus x will be 360 degree. Now 75 plus 75 plus 75 is 225. So 225 plus x is 360 degree. So x will be equals to 360 minus 225, that is 135. That means the value of the fourth angle is 135 degree. Let us move to the next question. Three angles of a quadrilateral are equal. That means when you are going to draw the figure, just see, I am just drawing the figure. Three angles are equal. So I'll assume that these three angles are equal. Let us see what is next. The measure of the fourth angle is 120 degree, and find the measure of each of these three angles. So this is given as 120 degree, and the measure of these three angles is not given. So let us assume first that let the three angles measure x degree. So this is x. That means this is x and this is also x, because these three are same. Now again we know that the sum of all the four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. That means sum of 120 plus x and x will be 120 degree. Will be 360 degree. Now x plus x is 3x plus 120 is equals to 360. So 3x will be equals to 360 minus 120, that is 240. Now x will be what? 240 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 eights are 24 and 0. So I am getting x as 80 degree. So that means each of the 3 unknown angles is equals to 80 degree. Now the next question is two angles of a quadrilateral measures 85 degree and 75 degree. Okay, so let us draw the figure. This is my quadrilateral. One angle is 85 degree. The second one is 75 degree. Now let us see what is there next. The other two angles are equal and you need to find out those angles, but the measurement of those angles are not given. So other two angles mean these two angles. So let us take this as x degree, this is also as x degree. So the two unknown angles measures x degree each. Again we are going to use the angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Sum of all the angles of the quadrilateral is 360 degree. Sum of all the angles means what? 85 degree plus 75 degree plus x. So 85, 75 plus x is 360 degree. Okay, so now just see, we was in this line. So 85 plus 75 is what? 160. 80 plus 70, 150, and 5 plus 5, 10. 160. X plus x is 2x is equals to 360. So 2x will be equals to what? 360 minus 160. So 360 minus 160 become 200. So x will be equals to 200 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 0, 0. So that means the two unknown angles will be 100 degree each. Now this is the last question. So let us understand what is there in the question, and the figure is already given in the question only. In the adjacent figure, we are going to use the figure, the bisector of angle A. So first understand what do you mean by bisector. The bisector of angle A means this, just see, this line is the bisector of angle A. That means it is dividing A in two equal parts. This angle and this angle is same and it is half of both. If the whole angle A will, if suppose the whole angle this will be 50, then this will be 25 and this will also be 25. So that means bisector means they are dividing the whole angle in two equal parts. This two equal parts and it is half of the total. Now let us read what is there in the question next. So the bisector, just see, bisector of angle A and angle P meet at P. That means just see A and B. This is the bisector. AP is the bisector of angle A and BP is the bisector of angle B. So they meet at point P. Now angle C is given as 100. Just see here. Angle D is given as 60. You need to find out the measurement of APB. So you need to find out this angle. Okay, this angle you need to find out. So again just see the question. The first thing, consider the quadrilateral ABCD. If we consider quadrilateral ABCD, we know that with the help of angle sum property, we know that sum of the angles of quadrilateral is 360 degree. That means angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D will be 360 degree. So angle A plus B is not known, so angle A plus B will be as it is, and angle C and D is 100 and 60. So this will shift other side of the equals to sign. So the plus 60 will become minus 60, plus 100 will become minus 100. So 360 minus 100 is 260. 260 minus 60 is 200. Now the next step. This we have. Now just see, we have got A plus B as 200 degree. So the sum of angle A and angle B is 200 degrees. So if I'll take half of this and half of this. What will happen? This will be half divided by 2, and this 200 divided by 2 will be what? 100, right? So I've taken this as equation 1. Now the next is, just see, if I'll consider this APB, okay, I'm going to consider this triangle APB. So what is the sum of all the three angles? Will be equals to 180 degrees. Sum of these three angles will be 180 degrees. So that means this angle, this angle, and this angle. Now just see, in the starting there was one statement, that this statement, AP and BP are the bisector of angle A and B. That means this angle PAB is will be half of angle A, and this angle PBA will be half of angle B. Now just see here, this triangle I am considering, the sum of all the three angles is 180 degree. So this angle can be written as half of A, and this angle can be written as half of B. So half I have taken common, this is half A plus B. What is the third angle? Angle P. So angle P is equals to 180 degree. Now just next step is half of A plus B. Just see, this value is equals to 100 as given in equation 1. So 100. So now in this place, half of A plus B, from equation 1 I can write 100. So 100 plus B is 180 degrees. So P will be what? 180 minus 100, that is 80. So this is what we need to find out, PAPB. And this is the last sum of this exercise. Thank you.